I downloaded the app as well.
Have you tried it yet?
I did. I tried it. The only thing it recorded was when I was going to bed, when I was fumbling with the sheets, and then...
Well, this is hit the gutter running. You are listening to the Morning Glory podcast, the #1 podcast being recorded in this room right now. My name is Jared Bett, and I'm joined by Wilson Tian, as always.
As always. I think our position of #1 is slipping.
What, that cockroach over in the corner there recording his podcast?
Yeah.
Probably is more popular than
The
us.
Codcast.
Well, you look like you need a little bit of help over there, Wilson. But too bad, we're going to help somebody else. It's time for our regular segment, Advice.
I never expected you to help me. Can someone please...
How can they get in contact with us, Wilson, if they want to send us an advice question?
Well, quite simply at mail@morningglorypodcast.com.
Quite simply at mail@morningglorypodcast.com. What's that about? What are they doing?
I have no fucking idea.
They're sending an email to that place.
Yeah, that's the one.
Jesus Christ. So unprofessional. Shaniqua asks, do I have a concussion? I play soccer, and 2 weeks ago I headed a really hard ball in a game. I got dizzy immediately after and came off. My coach told me... My coach told me my eyes were dilated and I sat out the rest of the game. I've had a headache constantly every day since then. I've also been feeling sick to my stomach and depressed since then. The other day I was at the eye doctor and after getting my eyes dilated, blacked out for 8 seconds in the waiting room. My mother said I also seized some and my eyes rolled back into my head. I haven't confirmed that it's a seizure though. Do I have a concussion? Please answer. I'm concerned. Have you had a concussion before, Wilson?
Yes, I've had a concussion.
What happened?
I fell on a wall.
What do you mean?
I fell on a wall. What do you mean? What do you mean?
On a wall. A wall is like, how do you fall on a wall? A wall frames something. It's not like something you can really land on.
Well, I was leaning...
suppose, yeah.
Well, in Inception, you can.
Yeah, well...
I was leaning on the wall, and one of the school idiots... I hope he's not listening to this. One of the... No, I'm not saying. This is like a long time ago. This is like in year 8 or 7. Wow. Anyway, one of these school idiots thought it was funny to pull my legs out from underneath me, so I landed on the wall.
Well, you must weigh nothing.
I don't know. Do you think I weigh nothing?
Not anymore.
No, I was leaning like that.
Okay, for the people listening and not watching, Wilson was had his back against the wall and had his feet outstretched. So I'm guessing they went down between your legs, grabbed them, pulled them out, and you went, what? You hit the back of your head in the wall.
I did, yeah.
Slid down.
Yeah. I blacked out for 3 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. I felt like blinking. Because your brain...
a lot more pain.
Well, yeah, afterwards I had a splitting headache. I was spewing up all over the place and had to go to the hospital.
It was just like, oh, that Wilson, back to his old antics again. They all went home.
It was a big deal at the time in high school. Everyone was like, oh my God, is he all right? And they just see me walking past the classroom, my hand on my head, and I'm crying my eyes out. And I'm walking down the corridor. Why is that funny, Jared?
I don't know, just the thought of it.
I could have died.
Yeah.
You know what? I could have
well,
been.
You didn't.
I could have been some kind of genius. It's probably killed 1,000 or million brain cells from that concussion. And the thing is that you also lose vision, not entirely, but your vision becomes blurred because the cerebral cortex is the visual processing center, which is directly behind the back of your head. Well, it depends on when you get concussion. But I was seeing white. I was like, oh, white.
Racist.
And black spots.
But not as many as the white, right? Well, I'm glad to see it hasn't affected you whatsoever.
No. You know that there have been cases when people have lost certain functions to their brain at certain areas, and then they become like abusive and lewd and critical.
I read a story last year where someone got severe brain damage and amnesia and completely changed their personality. They were like, he was engaged to somebody and his personality ended up completely changing, and then they ended up breaking up.
Yeah, I think that's the same story, because he became a wanker.
Yeah, it went the other way. So what did you get some sort of crazy personality change when you got your concussion?
Yeah, I think he should have. I think.
Maybe we should